The following program is brought to you with limited commercial interruption.
Today's broadcast is being simulcast in broken English.
I'm here to show the world. I'm here to show the world.
Welcome to the show that we're doing right now.
What the hell are we doing on this show?
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
It jumped up a notch.
It did, didn't it?
Let's go.
What is this?
Giggity, 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 goo.
Who else but
The Q.
it's showtime?
Gentlemen, let's get down to business.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Yeah, I can dig it, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the QNow. You're listening to this pop culture, current events, current affairs show, east or west of that Mississippi River, hailing from the great city of St. Louis and worldwide at the QNow.com. I am your host, Mark Bland, joined today by none other than my favorite co-host. He is coming in from the other office, and did he make it? There he is. He made it. Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Call is here. What's up, Jay?
What's up with you?
Not much. I'm living the life. I'm having a good life.
Right.
Good dreams. Things are going on. We've got a lot to talk about.
Things are amazing.
Jenna Roberson is here. She's back to hang out with us and talk politics with us. What's up, Jenna?
What's up? I'm happy to be here.
Thank you so much for joining us. Amanda Taylor and Lizz Callahan, respectively, will be joining us to discuss their upcoming primary in Missouri for House District 103. That's coming up later on in the show. We are excited about that. And Joe Biden. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Biden is no longer running for the 2024 election, and we will discuss what is going on and what needs to happen. And
we really run his crime family. Can't do that from the White House.
Just for everybody out there that might be needing a little preface, Jenna,
Yes.
could you give us a little background on our friends Amanda and Lizz?
Yes, I can. Amanda and Liz both running. Actually, we have a three-way primary in that district. But they're both out there in the streets, knocking doors, doing the good work for us out there in Central O'Fallon, kind of St. Peter's area. Both exciting candidates. I love both of them. I'm happy with either of them, and I'm excited for the people in Radioland to get to know them as well.
Well, we appreciate you being here on KYRO with us, which, by the way, we're coming from the Gateway Fiber Studios here at 1280 AM KYRO. Or you can hear us probably in southern Illinois, southern Missouri, on 102.5 WIBH. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be talking to other people, and we're going to get their opinions on these things, obviously. But Joe Biden has left the 2024 presidential race. And
That is true.
Off the top of your head, reactions, Jason.
You know what? He put country ahead of party. He put country ahead of himself. And the reason Donald Trump can understand that is because that's something he would never do.
I see. What about you, Jenna? What's your first reactions to everything?
It was a mix of emotions. I was sad because I feel like he might have been pushed out. I was disgruntled because I feel like this has been the same issue that it was 4, 5, 6, 7, 12 months ago, and they did nothing to do it. I have mixed reactions about people potentially just jump frogging up to the front and not doing an actual primary. But overall, if Vice President Harris is our nominee, I'm excited about that. I'm going to get behind it. We're going to fundraise. We're going to knock doors for her. And we're going to make it happen. It's her time. She deserves it. It's all of our time as ladies. Let's make it happen.
All right. Fair enough. All right. Off the top of my head, a few things I want to talk about here. Number one, let's not play games. Let's not mess around. Joe was forced out by the donors. That's where this really did come from. Like, the donors were the ones behind the scenes that were like, since the debate, it's a money thing, and they don't want to put the money behind a player that they feel is an issue. And, Jay, we talked about this off the air.
That's true.
Who's the old man in the election now?
The old man is now Donald Trump.
That's right. The old man
He's
is
the
now
old man. You know, and we talked about it earlier today. Everything they ran against Biden was all about his age, because everything else was lies. They said, you know, the country's in a crime downward spiral, and, you know, no one can afford anything, and blah, 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 blah. And none of that's true. Like, they said, you know, my time, I had such a better economy. That's not true. We could look these up. These are facts and numbers, and they don't go away. But what the one thing that they always said is he's too old. Even though Trump was only 3 years younger, that's what they ran on. Well, now they can't do that anymore. Now it's just going to be she's a black woman. That's
yes.
going to be their main thing.
I know. It's like, man, how many heads exploded? We're like, we have a black, Indian, Jamaican woman, right? Who's coming to run like, and she was a prosecutor. You can't say that she's pro-crime. Like, no, I mean, there's
people
enough.
in jail.
Yeah, like she did her job.
You know, at first I wasn't super excited about her, but the more I watched old videos of her and things that she said in debates and her on news shows,
sure,
she's sharp. She can hold her own.
Right.
And she's going to be surrounded by the best the Democrats have to offer.
Joe was surrounded by the best. She's going
to be surrounded by a similar team to what is there right now. Currently, she's not going to work around other things. That'd be wasting a bunch of time to replace those individuals.
But they're going to be the best in their fields at everything that she puts people in. That's the exact opposite with Trump. These are not the best Republicans have to offer because those guys never showed up in the first place. So we had the B team last time. Well, they're all gone. 40 of the 44 cabinet members he had said he's not fit to be president again.
They ain't coming back or they're in jail.
Yeah.
Right,
or they've lost all the means to make money because they've lost their law license. And
Now, Republicans are losing their minds over this, ladies and gentlemen, going as far as to claim that this is a cabal to coup the government and make it crazy. Okay, all right.
There you go.
Let's talk about something that is the truth.
Sure.
Okay? Let's talk about something that is the truth. The DNC is where the Democrats will pick the nominee for president of the United States of America. The DNC has not picked the president or their nominee for president of the United States of America yet. Joe Biden could have dropped out and gotten primaried before the DNC anyway if somebody would have stepped up and been able to pull him out. So them losing Joe Biden on the liberal side out of this race right now isn't the biggest defeat or knockdown. Now, I've heard a lot of individuals complain about the fact that, well, we spent so much marketing money on Fox News and everywhere else because we had all these hit pieces that we did about Joe Biden. It's well, guess what? Too bad. You wasted
that's what you get for trying to influence our politics.
You waste your nut early, and that's too bad. I can't help you.
And that's their fault because he wasn't actually the nominee at the time, and he's not the nominee now.
But they debated each other, Jason. They debated each other.
Right?
It's a debate. Well, yeah, but guys, once again, the debate stuff came down to Donald Trump saying he didn't want to do the original style of debates, which were always after the RNC and the DNC. Like, we don't care about that debate now. Like, it doesn't matter because he's gone. None of that matters. And Donald Trump's the old guy. Now, also with this, the Republicans are voting for Trump. Your guy is the old and has early onset dementia. For sure. Okay? So if old was your problem, now you have it in like tenfold. And Biden's stepping away from his campaign, not his presidency. They make it sound like he's dropping out of the or he needs to drop out of the presidency. I'm like, the guy's just going to work the next 6 months and be done with it. Like, it's not, that's all it's going to be, guys.
Not that he can't do the job.
And by the way, he's going to show up to the inauguration, even if it's Donald Trump, and he's going to hand it over because you know what? We are a democracy, and we do have rules. And you know what? As much as Jenna Roberson probably absolutely despises Donald Trump, she also respects and understands the laws and the ways we have them set. And so if that situation went down, she'd bite her lip, but she'd deal with it the same way I would, and Jason would, and everybody else would.
Absolutely.
It's one of those things. Pivoting to Kamala for the sake of time is the best move, and then whoever she picks as her VP nominee, I feel Newsom or Mayor Pete would be the best, okay? You have Whitmer there, and you have a few others that could be good. Shapiro, I understand everybody wants the states. The problem is he's Jewish. He's going to kill off any Arab vote that comes out of the major cities in Michigan and other states like that. Like, that kills that.
What do you think
at least the radical
Pete Buttigieg is going to do?
I don't. Well,
I'm like,
I mean, but except for the fact that I know that there's a silent majority of individuals in that world.
You think they'll accept a gay man before a Jewish man?
I don't think they're going to have a choice to deal with. Like, I think that the ticket's going to be the ticket. Ladies and gentlemen, he's an incumbent president. He dropped out of the race. He just decided not to go for 4 more years. Okay. A new person's going to come into play. And by the way, if the incumbent is usually running, there wouldn't be primaries and all that stuff anyway for the Democratic side. So all that's already washed off the board too. we're literally at a fresh start, but we only have three and a half months before the election, 4 months,
That's
something
what
like that.
I mean, LBJ did this in
So-
68, but he did it in
did.
March.
But that's what I'm
Didn't turn
saying.
out very
If we
well.
only have 4 months, we're going to pivot to who we feel is the best to jump into that position, who's ready to go. Kamala would be the best option because they haven't really focused on working on anybody else
Well, she already
coming
has
up
it-
down the road for 2028, 2032,
She's
or
already
anybody
on
like
the PAC
that.
name.
And she's already on the PAC.
She's also
yeah.
extremely well qualified.
Well,
I mean, there's also that little tidbit.
She also already has a team around her because she's technically running. She was running for VP again.
I hate prosecutors. I hate prosecutors because
Yeah.
they take bad guys and they put them away.
Isn't that great?
I hate them.
Trump people now hate prosecutors.
They hate
They
anything.
don't like law enforcement because they don't like the FBI.
Yeah.
They don't like court. They don't like elections. They're the worst among us.
I mean, if all else fails, be like, we've been trying to tell you that the injustice system exists. So
Right.
maybe you'll get on our side, but they won't because it only
for
pertains
the
to them.
people that love America more than we do, they sure hate a lot of stuff about America.
Oh, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I feel like a person like a J.D. Vance in a debate would get smashed by a Gavin Newsom or anybody like that.
I
Like,
can't imagine
just
anyone we put
smashed.
up that wouldn't smash him.
I mean, he already said he wasn't going to debate Kamala anyway, so what makes you think he's going to debate anyone
No, they
else?
wouldn't. He has nothing to
Right.
but losing. That's why none of the Republicans out in our county or
Yeah.
any red states, they don't debate. They don't have to.
You know, if Joe Biden didn't
they can win on
pause,
incompetency alone.
didn't pause, or and also felt better than he did that night, 'cause apparently he had a cold, we wouldn't even be talking about this. He'd be running. We'd all be talking about everything Trump said was a lie.
That's fine.
All the facts were lies.
That's right.
All the
That's
numbers
true.
were lies.
Now, I will bring this up. Guys, we're back to 2020 again. I realized this the other day when the news first came down. We're back to 2020 again. What we have is we have a candidate going up against Trump that we're not 100% sure can or can't for sure beat the individual. We hope that it would look at, and by the way, at the end of that election, it was 8 million votes ahead and proof that Biden could do it. But now we're back to this unknown. And then whoever she picks as her VP, if she is the person that they indeed go with for the party, then there's that person. We don't know what their background is. They could be a J.D. Vance type person, or they could be an individual who is completely 100% the type of person we all expect. Like, I don't know where they're going to go with that. But now we're back to 2020 and the fact that, Jason, this is for Trump
Yes.
or against Trump. We're
Yeah,
back
it
to
is
not
okay.
voting for the person again. We're back to
little
either
bit,
voting
a little
for Trump or against him having that second term.
I'm voting for democracy.
Right, well,
and against
which is what you did in 2020.
Yeah.
You voted for
Voting-
democracy and
I held my
against Trump, but
nose. I
you
held
held,
my nose.
but you did it
Voting
against
for
Trump.
the country.
Yeah.
That's my point. We're back to 2020 again, and ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what to tell you as far as Joe Biden dropping out, and I'm not going to try to speak on behalf of Joe Biden ever. Joe Biden will speak. He has spoken this past week. He'll speak in weeks to come
Yes.
about his own personal decisions. I'm not going to sit here and try to pretend that I know or I understand, but I don't hate the fact that Joe Biden has dropped out. We have said famously on the show, Jason, we thought he was a one and done term president.
We did.
And we also said that we thought there would be blood spilt between the beginning of the year and
And
November 5th
turned out-
because of political violence.
Turned out being from
We're correct
Trump's
about that.
ear, caused by glass, not a bullet.
Yeah.
You know what else we were also correct
Stop
about?
it.
You know what else we were correct about?
Yes.
The crass ass bump.
Bump.
It is a real thing, and it can help you if you are trying
Yes.
to get on in the world of
We
politics.
should do commercials like, "Are you sitting at home? Would you like to
If,
win an election?"
if I was to say one final thing to everybody out there in regards to Joe Biden dropping out in all of this, okay? It's this, okay? Because we're getting ready to talk to our friend Amanda Taylor. She's getting ready to join us here on the QNow, and I'm excited because I want to talk to her about this stuff too in politics. But November 5th, just go vote. Listen, if you're a Trump supporter, don't be worrying about who Biden's going to be picking or Kamala Harris is going to be picking or that person's going to be picking. You've got your guy. Your guy is already the RNC candidate. We've already had this person chosen. J.D. Vance came out there and pretended to be a hillbilly. Hulk Hogan came out and
Yeah.
pretended it was
Hulked up.
WrestleMania.
Everyone was wearing Kotex.
Everybody,
on their ears.
we had
Yeah.
Kid Rock.
Solidarity.
We had Kid Rock doing concerts live at the RNC for the
Saying
main
a
night of the speech.
Terrible.
I didn't see any of the classic,
Started.
well-known, established Republicans there that people would find that they have some type of relationship with personally. Nope, it was just Donald Trump, who nobody feels like they have a relationship with, because none none of us know a maniacal, crazy billionaire, wannabe millionaire, bad boy, kid, whatever. I don't even know. He's got to be doing drugs. He's got to be doing drugs. He's got to be doing drugs.
He hits all the markers for sociopath.
No, I'm saying Donald Trump is not doing cocaine.
No, it's Adderall.
Well, we don't know.
It could be.
We don't know.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us.
Did you see Ronnie Jackson's pharmaceutical?
Oh, yeah.
We talked about that on the way here.
Yep.
We were talking about that.
They're doing a lot of stuff.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are excited. We have Amanda Taylor getting ready to join us here on the QNow. So you guys stay tuned, relax. We'll be back on the show with Amanda Taylor right after this. .1280 AM KYRO. Welcome back to the QNow. My name is Mark Bland, and we appreciate you guys hanging out with me, Jason, and Jenna on this beautiful Saturday. On the phone line right now, hanging out with us, is our friend Amanda Taylor, running for House District 103 here in the St. Louis area. Actually, St. Charles County area. Let me get that correct, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want that to be wrong. How are you doing, ma'am?
I'm great. Thanks for having me on, Mark.
Well, thank you so much for being on. And it's not just me. I got Jason here. I got Jenna here, your friend.
Yeah.
Everybody is here.
Jenna, she's awesome.
She is awesome. And that's why we love her. That's why we have her on the show. She has been awesome. We're here in the middle of the Bees Hive at KYRO, Fox News. And, there's a lot of things going on in the world right now. And you're dealing with your own race currently. Are you excited? August 6th, right around the corner.
I'm ready for it to be over.
You're finished. You're done.
That's how you know you're doing it right.
And I'm like, can we just fast forward it to August 7th?
It's August 7th? I'm sorry. I thought it was
August 6th at 7:01 is where we went.
Oh, I see. I see.
7:01.
Yeah. So I was fast forward to the next day.
No, that's fine.
And it's done.
Now, Amanda, give us a little background on you real quick. Is this your first time running for office?
This is my first time, yeah.
And how has the experience been so far?
Oh, I tell you, Mark, I keep singing. It's probably the hardest thing I've ever done.
The hardest thing you've ever done?
Physically. And listen, I have a master's degree in biochemistry.
Oh.
And I could say it is harder than grad school goes for that.
Wow. Now, something had to make you want to jump into this race and get in there and tussle up with these primary opponents. What was it?
That made me want to run for office?
Yeah, what was it? There had to be something.
I mean, I have a short answer. I have a daughter.
You have a daughter?
A teenage daughter, yeah. That growing up in Missouri.
Oh, yeah.
That, has a war against women, it seems like.
It does seem like they have a war against women in this state, does it not?
I'm waiting for him to be like, do you really like voting?
I feel like seem you're doing them justice. No, there is an obvious war against us here. They want us at home in the kitchen. They don't want us to read. They don't want us to write. They don't want us to work. They don't want us to vote. I don't know how many people in my comment section on social media have said repeal the 19th Amendment. Like, yeah, I mean they mean it too. That's the funny part. Like I laugh, but I know they mean it.
You should ask them what is the 19th Amendment. See if they.
Now,
preach it, Jenna. Preach it.
I'm here, man.
Now,
we're going to church today.
Amanda, I know you got some key policies out there that you're looking at. One of them is affordable housing. I was reading up on your website, which, by the way, go ahead and plug that for everybody. Where can they go to find you?
VoteAmandaTaylor.com.
There it is, VoteAmandaTaylor.com. That's where I read up on some of these things. And one of the questions I wanted to ask you is, with the affordable housing side of things, what kind of policies will you implement, you think, if you were given the opportunity to get to that position to ensure that, affordable housing projects are not subject to the bureaucratic delays that are constantly handicapping, kind of like we were just talking about with the women's side of things, how there's these constant handicapping of the individuals.
Yeah. Well, one of the big policies that come with affordable housing that I wanted to push is rent caps.
Okay.
Which I've been going into a lot of these senior living communities, and they'll get these people in there and then get them in a year or two, whatever their contract is, and then the next year they jack their rates up 8, 10, 13%.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, I went and dig, and because I was like, this has to be are illegal, right? I've heard of
Right. There has to be
rent caps.
some stopgap here of some sort.
No. Missouri
Wow.
does not have any kind of rent cap.
Well, I think that that's something that needs to be focused on, and I think that that's where Amanda Taylor is the person to possibly do this. Like, now, you know, you are in the middle of a primary. You're going up against other individuals. I think another individual we are going to be interviewing, Miss Callahan, as well as others. And I want to know from you, do we have anything mean to say? Do you want to get it out there? Do you want to throw a? No, you're nice.
No.
You're not, because I saw that the one opponent is the nice person in Missouri politics. So I was like, oh, okay. Well, then I got to find out.
So you're gonna say if I'm the mean one?
No, I didn't say you were the mean one. I'm just going to say you could all be nice. You see, they're saying that you need to go around saying, no, I'm the nice person in politics. I do this. Like you have the ability to say that.
They're all sweet. I'm mean enough for all of them.
You're the mean one. Jenna's the mean one.
I don't know. I'm nice and sweet until you get on that bad side. Like they say, Michelle Obama, when they go low, I go high. I don't go high. I go to the gutter.
I'm with you. God bless Michelle Obama. But
you know, Amanda,
nope.
Based off of the things that you've already said so far, I really feel like where I think you're going to like lay your mantle for the majority of your career out there, it's probably on government accountability. Holding people to where they need to hold it. Do you see what I'm saying?
100%.
Like,
I'm with you on that. And I can't wait to get up in there and let a few of them know what I think.
Oh, girl, they'll never let us in that house because of it.
But see, and that's the thing. This is where I think Amanda comes in heavily on this. Like, this idea, like, and you know, what would you do, Amanda, in that position to, you know, ensure that government transparency?
I mean, call them out on everything. And I'm big on social media. I'm all for transparency and putting it all out there for everyone else to know, you know?
What are your socials?
Yeah,
Let
what
people
are your
know.
socials?
Let us know what your TikTok, your Facebook,
Vote
your
Amanda
Twitter.
Taylor on the Facebook, and I'm on the TikTok.
Yes?
Yes, you are.
And then I'm on Twitter. You can follow me on Geekly Amanda, GeeKly Amanda.
Oh, wow. All right. Geekly? Is that what it said? You said Geekly?
It was, you know, my other life.
Your other life? What was your other life? Talk to us about this other life.
Interesting life. I have an interesting life. I'm also a movie critic. I go out to Hollywood and I walk red carpets and interview celebrities. So.
Really?
Wait, what? How did I not know
Are
this?
you kidding me? This
No,
is
you didn't know
great.
this yet?
We
I
did not know this.
I want to go.
Oh.
Yeah, these are trips. These are trips for Jenna and you to discuss bureaucracies out of Missouri.
On the red
If you
carpet.
go to my
From the red
website,
state to
vote-
the red carpet.
Well, I said if you go to my website, voteamanda.com, you can see some pictures in there on the About Me section.
All right. Now, you like social justice also. You're into social justice reforms, things like that. And I want to know, you know, there's a lot of inequality and discrimination when it comes to social justice, okay? And what kind of initiatives do you think about would be important?
Initiatives.
In regards to inequality and the discrimination that they find in social justice reforms and goals?
Yeah. I mean, we have to have ways to open up, I think, the conversations with programs and bringing it into schools even. I'm for that, you know.
Oh, well yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, hello?
Yeah, you're here. We got you
I'm
here.
sorry.
No, you're fine. Listen, we've been having some fun here on the radio here talking to Amanda Taylor. And, you know, I also noticed public safety is big on your website. Well,
You've been all.
I have been all on.
website,
Listen,
huh?
you don't understand. This is a radio interview. This is my job. I'm supposed to ask you questions about your stuff. And public safety is one of those questions I want to ask you about, you know. You know, listen, I'm sure you're out there in the community. You're out there talking to the police departments. You're talking to the different officers and the people that are out there pounding the pavement on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
What are you hearing from them in regards to the Missouri government and the way it dictates and runs?
From the people I'm going to the doors?
Yes,
Well,
that what
that
you're
or the officers, either one. If you're getting it directly from the law enforcement too, I don't. Whoever's got those opinions.
I haven't come across anybody that has a positive attitude of how the government's going. I'm gonna be honest.
Huh.
That's why I'm like, we need a change, right? I don't understand why they keep voting in the same people over and over again when they've been controlled over 20 years already. The Republican Party has, and you want change, but you don't just keep voting in Republicans if you want
Yeah,
change.
you can't do that. You can't keep.
No.
It's hard to break through that though, because it's either they were raised that way, their parents always voted that way, maybe their partner always has voted that way.
Yeah.
And it's hard to break out of that, especially when you are around people that, for their own little bubble, things are going okay for them. Maybe they're kind of disgruntled. They like to pay this a little less or that a little more, but in general, they're not really hyper inconvenienced about things, and they will work to maintain their status quo. And part of our job, and I know Amanda has been out there at the doors. I've seen her TikToks. I know she has stories of when you connect with people and you realize how much you have in common. And Amanda's been very good at that. I have seen personally the way people connect with her. She has a great energy. She's intelligent. She's passionate. She shows up. She does all things. She's got a core of volunteers, which is so hard out here.
Yeah.
And I appreciate everything that she has done and all of these things that she has shown up for. And it's been so great to have her in the race with us.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
being at the doors is my favorite part, and it's powerful sometimes. Like, I was at a door today, and it was a lady who is LGBT community, and she came from California recently, and talking about she has a daughter and how her daughter is getting told by her friends that she couldn't come over because her parents were gay.
Oh, really?
And she was breaking down to me at the door, and I'm crying with her. I mean, it's powerful being out there. It is, hearing the stories.
Now, Amanda, the big news in the world right now, and I'm sure it's something you've obviously been paying attention to yourself, is that Joe Biden has dropped out of the presidential election for the general election. And I'm curious to find out, what are your thoughts on that, your immediate reaction, and where do you think they should go? How do you think that they should move forward?
Go Kamala.
You're going go Kamala. You're on the Kamala train already.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I was one that was a little leery about Biden, if he was dropping out when all the rumors were going around, but mostly for like the legal logistics that I was hearing. I didn't want anything to tie up this election, that they could tie it up in courts, bring it to the Supreme Court,
Oh, yeah. All kinds of craziness they try.
Supreme Court these days, no. But now that it's happened, I'm always going to be girl power, Team Kamala.
No, that's fair, and that's understandable. Ladies and gentlemen, I will say this. August 6th is coming up very soon here in the state of Missouri, and our friend Amanda Taylor is running in House District 103. She would love to have your vote out there. And Amanda, if you were to plead to the people of Missouri right here on our show and ask them to vote for you, what would you say?
Pretty please.
Just pretty please? That's all you've got? You're not trying to...
I don't know.
That's
I'm
awesome.
not. Look, you can ask Jenna. I'm not one to feed him back.
You're not a politician is what you're saying.
A lot of us are not. I'm not either. Like, we're straight to the point. We're tired of everything. We want the candor. When she says pretty please, that's what she means. But when you listen to her speak, she knows what she's talking about. She's done the research. She is dedicated. But at this point, we're 2 weeks out from a primary. She's tired.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Oh, I bet.
She is tired. I don't even have a primary.
She's
And
been
I'm
dealing with it.
exhausted.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
pretty please is as eloquent
Oh, that's
as you're
fair.
gonna get right
That's
now.
fair. Listen. I left it up to you, Amanda. It's your election. You do it however you'd like.
And then Jenna, I was saying, whoever wins between the both of us, which we're both, I like my opponent also. We're both great, but I'm like, whoever wins, we're going to have to do this all over again for November.
I know.
That's right.
That's when it
So
really
get ready.
starts.
Get ready. Don't get tired now. You still got a 3-month run that's going to be just nothing but door after door after door. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Amanda Taylor for joining us on KYRO. Thank you so much.
you.
Now, Amanda, before you go, let everybody know that website one more time for them to go find out more about you and everything going on with your election.
VoteAmandaTaylor.com.
All right, and
donate.
Yes,
You need
volunteer
donations.
button, donate. Always need donations.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Amanda. Stay on the phone. We're going to thank you off the air. We appreciate your time, Amanda. Thanks for being on the QNow.
Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you for having me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back on the QNow right after this. $12:80 a.m. 105.3 FM KYRO. Mark Bland, Jason Cole, and Jenna Roberson.
Hey.
All hanging out with you guys on this beautiful Saturday. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We just got off the phone with our friend Amanda Taylor. I am super duper excited for getting off the phone and talking to our friend Amanda. She was fantastic. And I'm excited because we have Lizz Callahan coming up in a little bit. That's going to be exciting too. And we are in the middle of, we broke it up with our friend Amanda, but we're in the middle of still discussing this Joe Biden dropping out of the presidential race. And one of the things, and if you notice, I asked Amanda there, I wanted to hear her opinion. I want to hear everybody's opinion on this. Jenna, what do you think of the prospects around a Kamala Harris right now? Who are you looking at? Like, what's interesting to you as a running mate for her?
As a running mate?
Yes, as a vice presidential pick potentially for her. We dabbled on it earlier, but I want to kind of dig in a little bit.
I mean, in my heart, I would like her to pick someone along the lines of a Bernie or even a Warren, possibly even an AOC. But we need their seats in the Senate and the House. So Buttigieg, who's already a cabinet member, who wouldn't be given up a seat to move there. Whitmer, who's a governor in a Democratic stronghold in Michigan right now. She also has the ability to speak on, a kidnapping ploy.
Oh yeah, and see that's an interesting thing to bring up.
Give me an all-woman ticket. Let's go all in.
Whoever ends up working with Kamala as the VP pick is going to have kind of that JD Vance background. Not saying his specific, I'm saying they're going to have that background to them, and we're going to be able to look at certain things. And like you said, I feel like a Gretchen Whitmer story about the Proud Boys and the fake FBI conspiracy plot and all this BS. And literally, by the way, I just want to all my Proud Boys out there, I just want to let you know that your leader is still choking on Bubba at the local penitentiary. Donald Trump, that super uber duper powerful guy with all those political people in his power, he was jumping up and down to Kid Rock with a maxi pad on his ear the other day. While you were scared in the prison yard because two of those dudes from the other day at recess, they roughed you up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And you're just kind of worried that they might do that again. I just want to let you guys know, Donald Trump hasn't helped you at all.
Enjoy the next 15 to 35 away from your family.
Yeah.
I hope it was
going to lose.
Because he's going to be dead by the
Joe
time
Bob Briggs. All these weird names.
Enrique Tario.
Right.
Enrique Tario. Yeah, the Enrique he's stuck there for 20 years, and this dude ain't getting you out, bro.
Yeah.
Was it worth it? Was it worth it? None of them white dudes that you were around shouting all that white power this and white that, they ain't done nothing for your Puerto Rican self, have they, bro? I'm not trying to be rude either. They haven't. You're down there and they haven't done nothing for you. I'm sorry. That's not cool.
It's like Clayton Bigsby.
You literally, but this is it. This is
everything, and they gave up.
They believed in this conspiracy theory of a plot that was all this, that, but they were trying to literally kidnap.
They were the plot.
There was no conspiracy theory. They were the plot.
They were so worried about the plot that they didn't realize they were the plot.
But is that story strong enough, you think, to carry through on the election? Does this story get lost in the shuffle, or does it become a focal point?
Nah, I think it gets lost.
I think it gets lost in the shuffle too.
But it's a good speaking point.
It's a great speaking point to bring up here or there, but you can't do it too much.
She can campaign on the past couple of years as far as Governor Whitmer goes. I mean, look at what they changed over. They've got a like House, Senate, governor. It's all blue up there. And they have done some really great things. Minnesota has done some really great things, right? But they always look at the swing states. Pennsylvania, where you have Shapiro. You have to worry about Ohio. Who's in Ohio for us? Nobody, right? That I can think of. And then you have Michigan, right? The only other one would be, like they've suggested, Mark Kelly, who's an astronaut, whose wife is a former Congress lady.
Correct.
Who is very much into the, gun control thing, because she herself was shot in the head.
That's true.
Arizona has been kind of swingy. Right, I mean, there's a lot of good things, but he's also a first-termer. Kirsten, Sinema is retiring.
Yep.
Gallego, is that his name?
Yeah, Gallego.
Gallego's looking to pick that.
Wait, his opponent's Carrie Lake, so if you can't win that,
I know.
You know what? I'm glad you brought Carrie Lake up, and the reason I'm glad you
vacuum now.
I'm glad that you brought Carrie Lake up because I actually think that Arizona might be in play more than you think.
She's down.
I feel that
points.
Carrie Lake has done enough on the national scene, trashing the value of whatever Arizona's view or point looks, the way that they look to the rest of the nation. She's just wasted them away to the point where they're like sick of her being out there, bringing their name up as a state all the time, her saying crazy, stupid things at Mar-a-Lago or here or there, seeing it on their social media. I really think that you might get a lucky swing from maybe Arizona. It's very possible. You've got a lot of Latino voters through that area. They might be a little bit against all that talk. I mean, remember, Trump went to the RNC just a little bit ago, and he pointed out El Salvador and Venezuela. He started naming names, and he basically said, hey, if you're from anywhere south of Texas and Arizona and New Mexico at all, period, like South America, Central America, it doesn't matter. South of Texas, we don't want you. You're not welcome. And he's standing right next and patting J.D. Vance's wife on the shoulder as he says it. Literally, it's her mom and dad that are immigrants.
Yeah.
People that come to this country. Like, ladies and gentlemen, I don't understand how there's value in that.
Well, the thing about Carrie Lake is she's doing national shtick.
Sure.
In Arizona, where there's not a heavy MAGA presence.
Yeah, there's no MAGA presence like that.
She's speaking to people who don't like her.
And that's what I'm saying. This is John McCain's state. John McCain, famously a Republican, but more of a moderate Republican. And so, like, I feel like they are pining for those days with a crazy... Carrie's their own version of Donald Trump. She's their version of Donald Trump. Like, she is, I'm from here, and I'm like Donald Trump. And it's
and she's all about the conspiracy theory.
Sure.
I gotta be honest with you, I totally forgot she was even running.
Yeah, exactly.
I totally forgot.
And by the way, I don't foresee many of the other Republican primary people like doing well. Okay, Lauren Boebert, you moved over a district. Yeah. We know that, but yeah, you're going to get the red state vote, except for when it comes time for the actual battle against the Democrat. Last time you barely beat them. Yeah. And I mean, it was barely in a place you had already won once before. So it was like, holy crap, I don't think you do all that well.
Well, and that was before she publicly gave somebody a hand job. So.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like,
she's done that
They
since
don't
then.
care. They do not care.
They should care.
She whooped that primary in Colorado for the 4th. That's why she moved from the 3rd to the 4th.
But
she knew
we don't know
lose.
what
as far as the Democrat, it's an even redder district. You're talking like Colorado Springs.
Sure, that's perfect. But when it's time for the main vote,
they don't care. You're putting way too much emphasis on they only want morals for other people. They don't care about themselves.
I should look into that.
Look at Trump, look at Boebert. They don't care that they are pieces of trash. All they care is that they're conservative.
Trash.
They're trash.
I want to see how many votes the Democrat got. Like, is it comparable to the votes she got? Because then we would know if she could lose. Like, if she got, say, 1,600 votes in her primary and the Democrat got 900, then she's probably going to win.
Isn't the guy named Adam something
like that,
that's going up against her?
Just a regular guy.
I can't remember the new guy. The guy that with fundraising was going to beat her in all the polls. That's why she moved. I can't remember who she's facing in the new place.
Yeah, she had to leave her district. She was going to lose it.
Okay.
She's not.
Something that just popped into my head.
And to lose the western slope of Colorado, which is like some of the most conservative people ever.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, that was my point. Like, that's nuts that you almost lost that as it is.
Well,
like
those guys are like rich, crazy Republicans.
Yeah, they're like Yellowstone.
Yeah, they're like rich
Yellowstone.
guys.
Yeah.
And she's like this, the dirty.
She's just the girl. Listen, have you ever noticed? Every single one of the ones who gets to any position of power on the red side.
Yes.
always seem to be these chicks, these ladies. Let me be honest, not trying to be rude. They seem like these ladies who, obviously, they're always dialed up and pretty, right? This is why Fox News literally loaded their entire newsroom with them. Like,
ugly.
it always seems like they're down to hang out. They're down to party. They're down to kick it. Like, it always seems like it. And then Lord Boebert's doing this at Beetlejuice Productions. Not even at a nightclub or anything.
Yeah,
like,
just right there.
Like, it's that obvious that they're willing to just get down whenever.
Just
And that's
checking
weird.
right out. You know,
Daddy issues.
you were talking about the ladies on the right, the crazy ones. Did you see what Marjorie Taylor Greene said about Trump's attempted assassination?
No.
About what she saw?
About
the
God,
the angel? The angel
my
came
goodness.
down in the shape of an American flag,
Ladies and gentlemen.
covered him.
Oh my goodness.
Could you, if
I
someone
love
said
it.
that to you on the metro, you'd freak out.
Now, immediately,
Moving
the
car.
first two people that go for this divinity argument are Trump and Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah, that's
Like,
it, that's it.
immediately, they go to the divinity idea, and literally, I know he was just seconds away. He'll do it at one of these interviews.
Almost got
What's
shot.
the over-under, Jay? We haven't got the over-under yet. The over-under on Trump is going to say, I saw that, man.
Yeah,
I
probably.
dodged
Yeah.
that bullet.
Yeah, I know.
And I
Right.
knew it was coming. And I'm the bestliest.
This-
and you know no one could ever assassinate me.
This is the most.
That's why Abraham Lincoln was a dork.
It's
Because I like my presidents to not be assassinated.
I know.
That's going to be
Only
his
losers
claim.
get caught.
It's the shadiest attempted assassination ever. Like,
Yeah.
this is so weird. They won't admit he wasn't shot. We've seen the picture of the teleprompter.
Why would you
We've seen
not
it busted
want to
out.
just say, oh my God, he was almost shot?
Right.
This guy is the guy you need to
Like,
vote for
we-
because they want to kill him for a reason. No, they go to all these other weird places.
Well,
If you ever looked
we
at the
don't.
science of wave tectonics and the way that bullets work, like if a big 50 cal from far away hits you in your hand, the wave and energy wave
Yeah.
would rip your arm off. So
Sure.
if he actually
Yeah.
got shot in his ear, he would have
Blow
had a
his
little
ear
more
off.
than like what was
Well,
there.
and-
Right.
Yeah.
Like, the only doctor we hear from about anything with it is
Ronnie
Ronnie
Jackson.
who doesn't even have a medical
Jesus.
license right now. It ran out. Who famously just
Complete
handed
loser.
out drugs at the White House pharmacy to people who didn't even have prescriptions. He was writing
Like,
He was writing
ketamine
prescriptions
everywhere.
for people he's never even met, just
Ugh.
because they said they needed it.
I will never understand how
It-
people
it-
let
it's
themselves
just
be
like-
convinced that someone who poops on a golden
Like,
throne.
Oh, and by the way, we just
it's one
had
of them.
Cheadle, the lady who runs the Secret Service.
Yeah,
she was just in front of
Yeah,
Congress.
they yelled at her.
And they screamed at her. And by the way, I've realized it. She understands her part. She understands her role.
Yes.
I'll give her credit where credit's due. She understands that her role is to sit up there and allow them to basically do their
Yeah, they need to
little passion play live for the TV cameras so that everybody sees it. And she plays her part where she just gets bitched at. And I understand that. Like, she understands that too. Guys, this was a kid who was 20 years old walking around a MAGA rally with a gun slung around his shoulder, like
And a
everyone
ladder.
in the everybody in the tailgating area. Okay? He found a low point to shimmy up onto a roof and was able to get up there. And then he immediately got down and took shots. Everything happened in less than 2 minutes. Everything.
Yeah,
From
shots
him
to death.
finding the spot, climbing up there, getting down, shooting, them reacting, and him getting killed.
Yeah.
All of that happens within less than 2 minutes. You guys really did make it sound like he was camped out
Yeah.
for like 8
Yeah,
straight hours
well,
just
they said-
waiting.
They were saying
lunch.
they told the cops for like 5 to 7 minutes that he was up there. So,
Right. So
yeah.
they all were ahead of it.
Yeah.
Except for, Trump said at the RNC, Jason, when the people didn't move as the gunshots were going off,
Yeah.
that was showing that they were worried about him and that he was tough, and that's how he knew divinity was there. You know what that tells me? A bunch of dumb people who didn't run when they were being shot at.
Yeah.
You're dumb, and I feel bad for that firefighter and his family.
You're
And I don't
protecting,
care what you like or don't like about him. I feel bad because he had to die for you.
That-
Of all
that part I
people,
feel bad
for
about.
no reason whatsoever, now they don't have a dad.
I mean-
And it wasn't worth it because it was your rhetoric, Donald Trump. Ugh.
Only Donald Trump could turn an assassination attempt into a grift.
Oh, for sure.
Right? We're raising money
Isn't
off
that
it.
wild?
We're gonna pretty soon there's gonna be T-shirts. Probably gonna come out with his own line of ear bandages.
They brought back the sneakers, right?
Right.
Like $2.99.
Just the worst.
And the people-
worst human possible.
I know. The state people spend $300 on this on their $80,000 and that tricked out trucks that complain about the price of a carton of eggs.
Trick all these people into,
Like, what is wrong with you
investing into your stupid stock that lost more than half its value.
Yeah,
Now listen,
people are losing everything. 'cause of
I
him.
want to continue this wonderful conversation on with both of you people. I love you to death. But you know who we got coming up? We have Lizz Callahan coming up on the phones. Just after this break, we're going to talk to her about running for House District 103 here in the St. Charles County area. We'll be back on the QNow right after this. $12:80 a.m. KYRO. Welcome back to the QNow. And on the phone with us, as promised, we have one Lizz Callahan joining us on the QNow. Welcome to the show, Liz.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate you taking the time out of your busy campaign. You are in the primary season. You're House District 103. You are going up against some hefty competitors. And we're excited. Liz, I want people to get a little bit to know about you. Where are you from? Tell people a little bit about your background.
Yeah, sure. So I grew up in Southern Illinois, over in Clinton County, if anyone's familiar. And I started my career as a high school English teacher, and then sort of moved around a lot. And I did a master's in rhetoric, and then I went and did like health literacy work for a while, and then I changed streams again and did IT for a while. So I've just kind of been, bouncing from thing to thing, but it's really built a lot of interesting ideas and a good feeling for what I think I want to see in our government and what I'd like to see change in our government.
Now, I did go to your website. I did take a look at what you got going on over there, and I noticed that you have plans for affordable housing. I'm sorry, I've got pages here because I'm talking to you. As well as education, climate action, things like that. But when it comes to affordable housing, I see it says you want to expand those affordable housing options for those people out there. And the question I have is, how do you plan to expand affordable housing without significantly increasing property taxes or the cost of living for the current residents that are around?
Well, so one of the things that I think is important when we talk about affordable housing is who is buying up the housing that we already have. So we have a real problem with private equity in the market buying up these single-family homes, especially starter homes, and turning them into rentals, sometimes short-term rentals, and really disrupting sort of the natural flow of house buying in the area. So one of the things that we need to do in order to address an affordable housing crisis is to push back on some of that private equity in our housing market. The other thing that we need to do is be really aware of where zoning laws are becoming restrictive in a way that's not allowing us to build multifamily homes where they're needed. We have a growing community, and we need to make sure that that community is served and that community is housed. As far as how do we not increase taxes, people build properties. They build properties because they're profitable. That's not something that's going to drastically increase the taxes on the people in the community. In fact, it's going to bring in a bigger tax base to the community. But we have to have the availability for them to build those things, and we have to be willing to invest in infrastructure in a way that allows us to build those kinds of things.
Now, Liz, I did mention that you had a website a second ago, and I just want you to plug that in case people listening at home might want to follow along with us on your website, some of the topics we're talking about. What's your website again?
Sure. My website is callahanforabettertomorrow.com.
Nice. What about social media? Where can they find you online?
Sure. So I'm on a couple of different sites. I do have a TikTok, and that is liz.callahan.mo.103, and Liz is spelled with two Z's, so lizz.callahan.mo.103. And then I also have a Facebook and an Instagram, and those are both just Callahan for a Better Tomorrow.
Now, is this your first time running for office?
It is, yeah.
And are you married, ma'am?
I am.
Now, I have a question for you. You know, we like to have fun and talk about different things here on the show. Liz, that man, he has to be beating his head against the wall. A campaign is not a fun thing for the person who's in it, much less the significant other around it. Oh, you know what I'm saying? How has he been handling your decision to jump into the world of politics?
So, well, he knew who he was marrying. Let's start there.
Fair enough.
We got married more than 12 years ago, and that was back when I was getting my master's in rhetoric. And he bought me a book, Be Your Own Campaign Manager, I think it was called.
Oh, so he was ahead of the game.
He knew that someday this might happen, but he's been an absolute champ. You know, we've got 4 kids,
like it.
And 3 of them are still in the house, and he's really held down the fort pretty significantly in the last few months. So I really tribute him with a lot of my ability to continue going.
Now,
and he's also my treasurer.
Fair enough. Now, you said you have 3 in the house. Obviously, they might be younger, might have been in high school, middle school, whatever, over the last few years. Education is important to you, Liz. What I want to know is, quickly, what are some of the things regarding education you feel everybody needs to be focusing on, or what you would like to focus on if you got to the state house?
Well, so in Missouri, we have a real problem with funding. We have so drastically underfunded our public schools that we are one of the lowest state-level fundings in the nation.
How do we do that? How do we do this as people?
They
22 years of
pulled us
Republican
on the-
supermajority.
Yeah, and they also pulled us on the lottery funds thing, too.
Well, the lottery funds
yes.
thing I thought was a guarantee. You know what I'm saying?
What they do is they have a set amount of money in our budget for schools, and then whatever the lottery brings in, instead of adding it to the fund, they put it in there, and then say if they get 30 million, they put it in the fund, then take out 30 million, and then just spend it wherever they want to, like giving tax breaks to the wealthiest of people, and working on bringing corporate taxes down to 0. So they're not paying taxes on schools, and then our taxes are also funded by our property rates, which means we have a vast inequitable funding of our schools, which is why people in poor areas, rural, urban, it's based on the property taxes, and yeah, it just doesn't work.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this is why, Liz, people like you are important to make it all the way to the House, because you're gonna listen. I'm just sitting here and looking at all these climate action. Mm-hmm. You like clean energy initiatives, correct?
Yeah, I'm beginning to question where you're pulling this from, but I am. I'm big on climate action. Maybe I'm not remembering what all's on my website. Listen, if we don't fix our climate, we don't have anything to come home to, right? This is the only Earth we get, right? So we got to have clean water. We got to have clean air. We got to roll back some of the incredible polluting things that we have allowed to happen, not only in our national level stuff, but also, yes, in our state level stuff. I think people don't realize how much of that is controlled at the state level. They think about the EPA, but we do have a lot of power over regulating our industry here in the state and making decisions about what is and isn't acceptable from the polluters we have here.
Now, is there any specific clean energy technologies you support?
Well, I'm a big fan of clean power, and the solar panels, the wind, the use of clean power sources is very important.
Of course.
I also I think prevention is worth a whole lot. So making sure that we don't have things like the meat waste being dumped into streams in Missouri, making sure that we're getting the federal government to get involved where there are the nuclear waste sites, making sure that we're protecting the many very beautiful natural resources that we have in our state.
We have a lot of beautiful parks in our state. We really do.
Yes, some incredible stuff.
St. Charles County is gorgeous too.
Of course.
No.
Liz, I absolutely love politics. Now, my question for you is, do you love politics? Or is this a means to an end?
Well, it depends on what you mean by politics. I was the nerd at 12 years old watching C-SPAN. So if what you mean is legislating, I love it.
Yeah, that's where I'm pretty much go. No, that's what I'm kind of getting at, yes.
Yeah, I am into it. I think that some of the things that come along with politics can be not quite as fun. I'm not a big fan of fundraising, even though we really have to do it. It is
just
the way our system's written. And honestly, I think, getting some of that fixed and making it a less of a sort of requirement to get elected, that you have to raise all of this money that then just gets spent on advertising that nobody really wants to see. I mean, they want to know who you are, but let's be honest, how many political ads do you look at and go I was glad I saw that today? You know?
We need campaign finance reform.
Now,
exactly.
Liz, the theme of this show, as we typically talk the national scene quite often, has got to be the fact that our friend Joe Biden has dropped out of the presidential race, and everyone's talking about it. And as a politician yourself, an individual who talks to a lot of different individuals with their own opinions in the world of politics, kind of what's your stance? Where are you standing on it currently? How are you viewing this whole decision by Joe Biden?
So Joe Biden has had a really good run. He was a far more progressive president than I was expecting. He's done a lot of really good work. I think him stepping aside is one of the most patriotic things I've seen from a politician in a long time, and I am so incredibly thrilled to be supporting Kamala Harris. She is a powerhouse. To get to watch not only her historic presidential candidacy, but to get to watch her absolutely annihilate Donald Trump up and down is going to be more fun than just about anything I can imagine.
Now, I have a question. I have two ladies who are politicians here on the phone and in studio, so I really do want to ask this. Ladies, Hillary Clinton put up the biggest numbers of any female candidate in the history of the election. Now, I will say this. Hillary had a lot going for her over those 30 solid years, basically as a president's wife and everything she did after that, okay? A lot of popularity, but that was kind of self-made, whereas Kamala doesn't have that. She was the pick for Joe when he was the president the last time around, and so she wasn't her own. She was trying to be a politician in her own right. That's why she got picked for the VP slot. My question is does that translate? Do you feel like that woman's support that Hillary had in 2016 is going to be there in 2024 for Kamala Harris?
I mean, listen, she just had the historic 24-hour fundraising of any presidential campaign ever. So, and I think it's sort of a false equivalency, too, because if you look at 2016 to 2024, we have had an incredible population shift in that time. 20 million people, older people have passed away, and 40 million people have become old enough to vote in that time. So our shift of our demographics is significant. It's also significant racially, and I don't have those numbers off the top of my head. But when we talk
Liz,
about...
Liz, I like you. I'm not going to lie.
It's the nerds, man. Stick
Liz,
with the
I like
nerds.
you. I'm just going to be honest with you. Listen, you are on top of your stats. You got your information down. I like a person who knows what they are doing. You know what I'm saying? That excites me.
I'm a Kamala stan. I am here for her. She is... one of the most exciting. She is the most exciting presidential candidate of my lifetime. I haven't felt this excited since Obama, and I feel more excited than I felt when Obama was running. This is incredible. This is awesome. I can't wait to see it. I'm ready.
I think the ladies are ready to stick a foot in someone's A. You know what I'm saying?
We've been ready, and she is going to be our guiding light on this. She is not perfect. No one is. Joe Biden was not perfect. But she's even got her a little more progressive than he is, and she is hugely qualified. She was a district attorney or attorney general, right, for the state of California. She was a senator. She has broken enough tying votes in the Senate to guarantee us certain rights and certain bills passage. This isn't a one-up. This isn't nothing, and I really dislike when people tend to ask these questions, say about her, than they are J.D. Vance. And I'm not saying you guys, but in general, JD Vance's qualifications are not being questioned the same manner as hers, and she is overqualified.
He's been a senator for 4
he
years.
makes Kevin a cry. Can we just have a moment for that?
That's fair. That's fair. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Lizz Callahan has been the person joining us on the radio here at 1280 AM KYRO WIBH today. And once again, Liz, can you give everybody that website where they can find you?
Yeah, it's CallahanForABetterTomorrow.com, and all those social medias and stuff are on there as well. And the donate button, so if you're feeling generous, please do.
Well, Liz, we want to, first off, give you what we like to call the Crass A bump. That's what we like to call it, the Crass A bump, because we're going to try to help you get more votes for you. That's what our job is. Also, we want to tell you good luck in the August 6th primary. We wish you nothing but the best, and we appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to join us here on KYRO and the QNow.
Oh, well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to be on.
Well, thank you. Stay on the phone line. We'll talk to you off the air. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break here on the QNow. When we come back, more with myself, Jenna, and Jay. We'll be back after this. .1280 AM KYRO, 105.3 FM, 102.5 WIBH. Welcome back to the QNow. My name is Mark Bland. Jason Cole is sitting over there, and our friend Jenna Roberson is sitting over there. If her mic's turned on.
There we go.
There it is.
Turn it on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the QNow. Man, that was an exciting interview that we did with Liz. I had a good time talking to her. She is really on her stuff, like I said. So I'm kind of excited what I just witnessed. I listened to out of my own ear holes, and I like it.
Both of them.
I like it. I like what I'm hearing. I like both. Oh no, I do like both of them. I'm just saying
It's
I
too
like.
bad they're going head to head
I
and
know.
not in different districts.
They are both like two sides of a very fantastic coin.
Like if you
could combine them, but individually, I would be
Like if
more
you had
than grateful
a
of having either of them.
representative and then a representative's running mate, they'd be good together.
No, they
right?
really would be. And it's about time we stopped electing homecoming queens and started focusing on the nerds.
That's fair. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, to break up the monotony of this episode, not that there is monotony going on, but we're going to change up the pace a little bit because I offered off the air to Jenna and Jason.
That's right.
Would you guys like to do a ranker review? And these two lit up like fireworks.
We
Their
did.
eyes just started to sparkle. And they were like, we love doing that. And I said, well, I'm going to do my best to find us a good one. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, I have. Welcome to this ranker review is the best finger foods of all time.
That didn't go the way I thought.
I know.
The best finger foods. If you were thinking of anything different.
Oh, okay.
The best finger of all time.
I mean, I'm a ride or die
I
for
was
the
like,
middle.
well,
Always
Jason's
the
like,
middle.
Dr. Spiewak from 13 years ago
Let's
was
see,
pretty
probably
good.
1988 at sleepover.
All right. All right, you weird
Church
man. You weird man. You two are sick.
We're all
You're sick
hopped
people.
up on almonds.
All right.
We've been eating almonds.
If you know
Yes.
the way the ranker
Nuts are
review
good.
works, so be it. If you don't know how the ranker review works, let me give you a little heads up. We go to ranker.com. We choose a list off of there, and then we take the top 10 choices on that list, and we figure out if this ranker list holds its water or not. Now,
they can play at home.
everybody has their own favorites in the world. If you're in your car, if you're at your house, wherever you're at, listening to us at newsradiokyr.com, it doesn't matter. We are going to have you help us. So I have Jason, I have Jenna, and now I have this list of best finger foods. Let's start off. We start off with number 11, just so you have a base.
Yep.
A base standard for
It
why
might be
number
worthy.
10 is where it's at. Now, number 11 is chocolate-covered strawberries.
Okay.
Chocolate-covered
I- I-
strawberries. Jenna, are you a straw? Now, my wife, she likes strawberries, not a chocolate-covered strawberry. How about you? Where are you at?
I mean, I'm take it or leave it. Usually, chocolate-covered strawberries or Valentine's Day or someone done messed up.
Okay, somebody messed up.
Like
These
flowers.
are
Like
here.
flowers. Like, what'd you do? Thank you, but what did you do?
I didn't come home for 2 days. Eat these strawberries.
Okay.
But they are good, though. I will say I do like chocolate strawberries.
All right. Now, with that being stated, okay, coming in at number 10 on the list, and I don't, it just says muffin. I would assume you could choose your personal favorite version of a muffin. I prefer blueberry muffins. I do like them.
I like the mini ones.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah.
I can always find those at Walmart and other places in the little 12 packs or whatever. Like those are delicious. I do like a muffin. Do I like it better than a chocolate covered strawberry though? I do like chocolate covered strawberries. Now I kind of have a bit of a sweet tooth. Muffins don't necessarily scream to me the way that chocolate-covered strawberries do, but at the same point,
you could eat more muffins.
A muffin you can have at about any type of a snack, right? You could have it for a breakfast. You can have it in the middle of the afternoon. Like you can have a muffin kind of with any, and you can also drink anything with a muffin for the most part.
And if you think about it, muffins are easier to make at home. Because if you buy chocolate-covered strawberries at a store, they're super expensive.
Can I present to you guys what I have is the Monster Energy test? Okay, now I used to drink Monster Energy drink all the time, and I don't do that anymore. But I would eat all kinds of things with Monster Energy, and certain things just tasted better. Muffins would be one of those things that I know for a fact with drinking like an energy drink of some sort, I can palate eating a muffin still. It would be okay. Do you see chocolate-covered strawberries with a mountain or with a energy drink, a Monster Energy drink?
Probably tastes gross.
No way. Yeah, like I don't see that mixing well. Yeah. So I do feel muffin holds its spot over the top of chocolate-covered strawberries.
You ever had a beer with a cupcake?
No, but have you seen the new thing that's trending out there? Fluffy Cokes, where they take marshmallow fluff and line the inside of a glass. Then they put crushed ice into it, and then they fill the rest of it up, and it's basically like a marshmallow fluff float, I guess, would be it. I don't know. It's evidently trending on TikTok, and my kids and other people were talking about it. And I was like, okay.
Crushed ice?
I'm not really a marshmallow.
Not some millionaire.
Does the muffin hold its Jason? Does the muffin hold its spot?
It does, only because chocolate-covered strawberries are kind of like she said. That's an event. Food,
situation.
And it's not practical to have that around.
It's not. It's not a practical thing to have that around.
Unless, of course, you're a millionaire.
Now, coming in at number 9, I do feel could be a dark horse to make a move, Jay. And you know I love to throw those dark horse options out there.
I know you do.
But this is naturally on the list. Coming in at number 9, muffins are going to have to go up against buffalo wings.
Oh, done.
Yeah.
And I feel
buffalo
like
wings are the greatest food on earth.
Listen, buffalo wings are fantastic. They really are fantastic.
Flat or
flats? All flats.
Choose. I like drummies personally. I'm not a flats person. The weird people are the ones that can put the thing in their mouth real quick and just suck everything off of it. I can't do that, and it's weird.
My man can do it. It's impressive.
Your man can do it?
My man can do the full-on flat thing. Oh yeah, it's impressive.
Okay, your man is going to have to come to a. We gotta get her man liquored up some buffalo wings, and we gotta see him suck it right off the bone.
Suck all the meat off this.
It's impressive.
Suck this off the bone. You suck that bone off, sir.
Why do you think we've been together for 13 years? Okay.
Now, so buffalo wings hold at number 9, right?
It does.
The buffalo wings for you too, Jenna? Yeah, they're going to hold at number 9. So coming in at number 8 then is an interesting choice.
All right.
I don't necessarily say that it would be a finger food, but then again, there might be a couple on here that aren't what we would consider finger foods. Yet,
what is it, lobster tail?
No. If chopped up correctly with a knife, this could become like a finger food type of appetizer. Grilled cheese.
Oh, I do love grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese is nostalgic. Here's the thing: you've got
triangles or squares?
You've got your triangles.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Triangles.
All sandwiches are triangles.
Okay.
And I don't need. I just need one cut down the middle triangle. Like that's all I need. I don't need two triangles is fine. That's all I need.
Yeah.
If you're giving me 2 rectangles, you're a weird restaurant. You're a weird restaurant. Shut your doors down now. You do not do things properly.
Just stick a candle in it.
If you can't even cut a grilled cheese sandwich properly, you're worthless.
You know, if it was food wise, like what would you eat? And you paired tomato soup with this, it might win. But finger foods 1-on-1, buffalo wings hands down.
I do feel that buffalo wings are going to make a move up.
I concur.
In this list.
You can do so much with buffalo wings. There's so many sauces.
Yeah, I feel buffalo wings.
I mean, smoke them.
Right? You could just roast them and just eat it like
fry
chicken.
them. I mean, they are versatile.
God.
All right. I'm trying to
suck them off like her boyfriend.
What is going on over here with you?
Me, it's her.
Goodness.
It's his nuts, man.
Yeah, we ate all
the
those
nuts.
almonds.
It's all these nuts.
All right.
Smokehouse almonds are the best.
They are.
All right.
Plugging that for free.
Right?
So,
eat that
buffalo wings moves on to number 8. it's got to go up against
There were some more left?
number 7.
Oh, she got one. What?
Cheese and crackers. Cheese crackers.
No, how is that possible?
Cheese and crackers,
crackers
at number 7.
That's number 7 on the list to begin with?
Number 7 on the
This
list.
is made by 83-year-old women?
Amateur
I
roast.
don't know, but this is
Like
on
some cheese and
ranker.com.
crackers?
All of the people in the world can go there and judge it one way or the other.
I'm judging.
You know what? My mind instantly went to like saltines and like hunks.
Yeah,
cut
but
off
you
of a
could
thing.
have like
But
you
it
could
could be
have
fancy.
It could be like a fancy tray that's
Right.
got like pepperonis
Like
on it.
the
So like
the crackers
yeah,
you get at Costco.
Yeah,
If
see?
you're a millionaire.
Now you get the Gouda cheese, you get the Gouda and the other.
Change up the cheeses. Suddenly it's not cut up American cheese.
But is it being
crap.
buffalo wings?
No. It's pretentiously. It
Buffalo wings is moving on to number 7. I agree, ladies and gentlemen. Cheese and crackers, you need to go to the back of the line. I feel like I would take
get out of here.
chocolate-covered strawberries over
Right,
that.
I would too.
No way.
All right.
You're high class.
Coming in at number 6. This could be an interesting matchup because these would probably be put on the table about the same time. I'm getting similar vibes.
Okay.
They hit the spot. A quesadilla. The quesadilla. A good, solid quesadilla with some chicken and bacon. Maybe you got pico in there. Maybe you don't. It just depends on who you are as a person.
You know, sometimes you get
And
those,
they got the dipping sauces like the chipotle or something on the side. They're like,
sometimes you get
oh.
those little quesadilla bites. Like it's like they're meant to be. Like, because a regular quesadilla is like
Yeah, they're huge.
like the size of an envelope.
But the
you know?
meat's only in like a third of it.
Right, yeah.
It's like all bread.
Scattered throughout,
Yeah.
strategically placed.
Now, I do like a quesadilla.
I do.
I like it better than a buffalo
I
wing?
do
I
not.
don't
I
know. I feel the buffalo wing might still hold on pretty heavily
to
here.
me, like
number 9.
Well, to me, like the quesadilla bites only really show up in like a sampler.
Sure.
Right? You never,
Well, yeah,
you never
sure.
seem to get that on its own. It's always like a part of like some fried green beans, some quesadilla stuff, and a couple of buffalo wings.
The assortment platter you get like with onion rings and buffalo
shows
wings.
up.
ironically,
They're there.
usually. Yeah.
So buffalo wings are going to move on to number
Love it,
6.
love it.
Oh, it's gonna be hard.
And coming up at number 5, I think it's going to have its real first challenge,
Okay.
guys. I think Buffalo Wings has run into
I
a
feel
brick
like
wall.
I know what this is.
What do you think that it is?
I think it's going to be finally chips and salsa.
Possibly. What
or
do you
nachos
think it could
of
be?
some sort.
Don't think maybe mozzarella sticks.
Oh, that's a good one.
Number 5 is the taco.
Oh.
A taco.
Nope.
A solid taco.
Taco wins hands
top
down.
to bottom, I feel is a better finger food.
Well,
solidly.
There's more taco trucks than there are wing trucks.
Yeah, but
Right?
that could
I've never
be
seen a
the
wings only
ease.
truck.
That could also be the ease
Well,
of
that
getting
just might
those
be
ingredients.
Charles,
You know
too.
what I'm saying?
It's expensive and it takes a while to cook.
That's true.
But a taco could be a
so
chicken
dumb.
taco, could be a fish taco,
Stop talking.
could be steak tacos.
Tacos
that's
are
thing.
the greatest food ever.
And that's the thing. With it, I can get chicken or I can get steak. Like I don't have to be held to chicken because of like the drummy or the chicken
Like,
wing.
to
Like
me,
it's simple
like,
as that.
Tacos are very similar to pizza. What you can do with it is endless. You can make something to please everyone. Sort of like buffalo wings a little bit. Those three together, if you have a party and you have tacos, buffalo wings, and pizza everywhere, I might never leave.
Everybody's going to be happy. That is
Everyone.
the perfect
You're an awesome
WrestleMania
person.
party right there.
That's exactly
Would
it.
you consider a hot dog a taco?
I don't. Well, is it a sandwich? That's an argument. It's famous.
It's in a
It's in a
rounded
bun.
thing.
It's
It's got
I
meat.
feel
Hot
it's
dog
a
is
sa-
another thing that you
I
can
feel
do
it's
a
a
lot
sandwich.
I do love hot
You can
dogs.
have it
All right.
so many different ways.
Coming in at number 4, since I feel that taco is held.
You have two at a time.
Taco defeated.
Taco's riding high right now.
Okay, tacos right now. It defeated buffalo wings. Coming in at number 4. Oh, that sweet tooth is talking again, bro.
Uh-oh.
We have something delicious. It's tough. This is nostalgia.
With those little Hostess pies.
Think about when Grandma would make those chocolate chip cookies.
Oh,
chocolate
wow.
chip cookies. A solid,
Taco's
easy.
too
Listen,
strong.
here's the thing. A chocolate chip cookie you can just kind of grab at will
true.
and just munch on. That's a really easy snack, and I like that. And that's a good finger food. Like, that's a good just grab and move. Cookies, solid.
If you
solid.
offered me right now, if you were like, hey, Jason, would you want a taco or a cookie? I'm probably going to take a taco.
Yeah, I would probably take a taco too.
But
That's
a
the
cookie's
thing.
great,
But
right?
I'm picky about my cookies. Are these homemade? Are they fluffy?
Yeah.
Are they
But here's the
crunchy?
thing.
Like the
Mrs.
chewy?
Fields?
Here's the funny
There's
thing.
too many
I
kinds.
like my cookies all kinds of ways. I like them burnt. I like them not burnt. I like them
Like 'em
soft. I
burnt.
like them hard. I like them all the ways. I like
you do.
all my cookies. I'm a cookie monster.
So you
that
like
was
your,
me.
you like
I
your
was that
cookies-
blue guy on Sesame Street.
You
I
like,
was
you like your cookies like a 60-year-old lady, single woman who likes her men.
something
Right?
like
In
that.
Florida.
Always.
You know,
Any
burnt
way.
with a suntan, not with a suntan.
Any way he can get his hands on
Right?
them.
Soft, hard. Whatever.
Maybe a little chewy. I don't
Is
know.
chocolate chip your favorite? Now, chocolate chip is my favorite, but I like it
No,
homemade.
I
Is
got-
yours?
I think
What's your
homemade.
favorite?
Snickerdoodle.
I don't mind a snickerdoodle.
or a white chocolate macadamia.
Those are good too.
That's a good one too.
I don't mind a snickerdoodle or a white chocolate macadamia. White
Or
chocolate
sugar
macadamia.
cookie.
You know what?
Rich.
You know what
Very
else
rich.
are also still white chocolate macadamias,
If you're
but
a
when they do it into the velvet, the velvet
like a red
red,
velvet
like
with
a
the
red
macadamia.
velvet. Yeah,
Yeah,
oh, that's fire.
I still
I
love
like-
tacos.
Okay.
I like oatmeal, but I
Well-
don't like raisins. So like, give me an oatmeal
Like,
chocolate
come on.
chip.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Jason, you say taco.
Yes.
Jenna,
Taco.
Oh,
you say
yeah.
taco.
You were gonna say taco.
and then I say taco
Yeah.
too. So, chocolate chip cookie moves down.
Tacos are so great. That's one of the best
They're so
sellers
versatile.
at non-taco places like Jack in the Box.
Oh,
Their tacos are
with
one of
the
their best
buttermilk house
sellers.
sauce dip.
Right?
Oh, it's
Man.
so good.
All
Stop
right.
closing every Jack in the
I
Box.
know.
Here's
I like
the
my
deal.
E. coli.
Yeah, for real, for real. Remember when they had the bad lettuce and they couldn't use it for like 5 months straight?
They closed them all down on the East Coast.
All right.
Ah.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna
Dang
take a
it.
quick break here on the show. When we come back, we're
Oh,
gonna
that
get to
went
the top three. The top three. We are at the top three. We are gonna find out what the best finger food in the world is. We'll be back right after this. $12:80 a.m. KYRO. 105.3 FM and 102.5 WIBH. Welcome back to the QNow. Jason Cole is here.
Yes.
Jenna Roberson is here.
She is as well.
And we are having a good time. We are doing our ranker review, ladies and gentlemen. And we are into the top
right.
three, Jason. We are into the top three, sir. We are into the top three. And we have a taco that is currently sitting high above the boards,
We have a taco.
sitting at number 4.
Who doesn't enjoy a nice taco?
Sitting at number 4. And then on top of that, sitting at number 3 is
All right.
another juggernaut.
Ooh.
I feel it's a juggernaut. This is a classic from the day you're born until the day you die. It's a finger food for sure.
Chicken nugget.
Chicken fingers.
Chicken fingers. Close
Right?
enough.
Chicken fingers, chicken nuggets, same
They're
idea,
different.
same
Yeah, they're
difference.
They're
You know, I
Same
can
difference.
do a lot with a chicken finger too that I can do with a taco.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can make chicken
You-
sandwiches out of chicken
you
fingers.
cut-
You could make a chicken finger taco.
You can make a chicken
Yeah,
finger
you could.
taco.
You could
You can
finger
cut
But
them
then
them up
that
and
would
make
just
a
be a
wrap.
taco then.
Yes.
Because the meat's
That's
just
true.
the addition.
You can,
That's my
you can
point.
cut them up and make a wrap. You can eat them just like they are. You can tons
But-
of dipping sauces.
Does
Finger that taco. That's all you need.
but Jesus. Okay, Jenna. And this is why she lost House District 63. She was too busy worrying about the tacos and what fingers were touching them.
Hey,
Someone needs to. Okay.
right?
Fair enough.
Get
Chicken
a blue
fingers,
bean
though.
if you don't.
Chicken fingers, ladies and gentlemen. Where do we stand on chicken fingers, Jason, versus taco?
I'm still loving a taco.
I like the taco
As
better.
As much as I can do with chicken fingers, I can do it better. Like you just said, I can just stick a chicken finger in my taco.
You could.
You could. You really could. And
And a regular finger.
the taco, though, the taco does feel like
You might
that
like it.
ultimate, like it's the size, too. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
the
perfect.
perfect size, especially a street taco. Oh, I love the fact that I can
Yeah.
notch them in like a couple of bites.
Like
and I'm done.
you give me a regular like Taco Bell, like regular, not a Supreme with all
Right,
stuff.
just a regular taco.
I think I could eat a dozen.
You probably could eat
Yeah.
at
I
least
could
6.
just-
At least 6.
Oh, at least 6. I could.
At least a 6-pack, right?
Way back when they used to do at Taco John's.
No,
when I
no,
had a
hold
Taco
on.
John's around me.
Now, question.
Yes, 2 for $1. That's what they did.
Taco Bell, Del Taco, or Jack in a Box taco?
Del Taco for regular.
I like Del Taco also. Jenna, where are you at?
I was
on those
upset
things?
when the
I'm
one on K.
Jack in the crack all day long.
You are a Jack in the Crack.
I
I
love
do
Now
love
that's
the
good.
crack.
Wait, we
I
talked
love
off the
it.
air.
That's
Yeah.
a 2 a.m. taco, but I love
Oh,
that
it's,
2
it's,
a.m.
it's
taco.
an
Yeah.
anytime taco for me.
Remember when they said the munchie meal thing?
Yes.
It was
yeah.
like a
They
couple.
still got them.
Do they? It was like 4 of those. Of the you know what? The
You get the
nacho
mini
monster
tacos,
one
too,
or the
now.
Oh, the monster,
Bacon
not
ranch
the
ones?
monster. The monster
Yeah.
tacos
Right.
are amazing.
with the cheese and the jalapenos.
Oh, they're
in there.
fantastic. I love a monster taco from Jack in the Box more than anything on this earth.
We
So
might have to
taco.
hit Jack in the Box with.
I know.
So taco has
Smoke up.
moved on to number 3. Taco sits up atop the board at number 3. Coming up at
All
number
right.
2 is what Jason's been pawning after. Chips and some sort of dip. Chips and dip. Now, that's an easy finger
That's
food.
another good one.
You can do
Queso,
potato
salsa,
chips where you get
right?
like a little
Guacamole,
sour cream and
hummus,
onion.
spinach,
Right? Sour
spinach
cream and
dip.
onion dip?
Right.
Yeah. There's a lot of options out there for
Does
great
it power?
dips.
Is it strong enough to get by the taco? You know,
See, now, and that's the problem. The minute I see chips and dip, I always think of the least common denominator at every party I've ever been to, and I go, that's a Passover meal. Like, that's only if I'm desperate for food that I'm willing to
That's
like
what
grab
you hand
a
out
handful.
when you're waiting for tacos.
Everyone's been touching it. It's
Yes.
like that. It's like open air food. Flies are touching it. No, I'm still
You know
team
what?
taco on this one.
When you said chips and dip, chips and salsa, I was just like, oh yeah. But when you said tacos, I instantly wanted a taco.
Right.
Like
exactly.
I wanted a taco.
You wanted that delicious
nice, crisp
taco.
lettuce.
The
Yep.
power of the taco.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ugh.
All right.
What am I gonna do?
Well, the
Get it
taco.
without lettuce though, Jack in the Box. No
Chips and dip or taco?
Taco.
Taco?
Taco.
Might win this.
Taco is moving on, and it's up to number
Let's see.
one
I'm curious to see what
fend it
number one
off.
is. If Buffalo wings and tacos were in the bottom half.
Now,
Right?
what did you
If
say,
it-
Jenna?
It's got to be pizza,
If
right?
it's
It
pizza.
is
Yeah.
pizza, ladies and
Taco
gentlemen.
might lose.
Taco pizza.
Because I can do taco. That's right. I
You
think
could
pizza
do
for
it, taco
me wins.
pizza, but at the same point,
Can't do a
it's not
pizza
the same.
taco.
No, hold on. I'm going to pull you back, though. I understand that you can do a pizza taco, taco pizza, however you want to go back and forth. I don't care. But I do want to pull you back a little bit, just for a second.
Okay.
Keep that taco in its form. Keep that taco where it's supposed to be. Don't
easier
try
to
to
eat on
turn
the
it into,
move.
don't try to turn it into like the taco pizza and all that.
Yeah.
I understand you can make a taco pizza, and that's one of many pizzas, but the taco in itself, in its own format,
easier
depending
to
on
eat.
where you get it from and the meats they use and the flavorings, the seasonings, it really can go a lot of places. Pizza's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
A great piece of pizza is a great piece of pizza. The question is are you more of a taco person or more of a pizza person?
Yeah,
Because that's
I
what
know.
it really comes down to. I personally am more of a taco person more
I am
often than I
too.
am a
I am
pizza
too.
person. And I hate to say that,
Tacos
but
are better for you.
I do love pizza. I just only like certain pizzas.
Pizzas hit the food groups. I mean, come on.
Pizzas do hit the food groups.
I would say I'm sticking with taco on this.
I'm going to stick with
I
taco
think
myself.
So too. They're just too good.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. This ranker review list, I don't feel held up very well.
It was taken in like the Midwest with a bunch of white people. And just,
I want to
I
see
feel
what
like the
else
wings
is on
got
the
done
list here,
dirty on this.
Jason.
yeah, how's
down.
wings?
You
so
know,
far
coming
down?
in at number
Right.
12, Jason.
Like 11 through 20 is probably better than 10 through
Well, let's see. Number 12, Jason, is Pigs in a Blanket. Fantastic.
Okay,
It's a little
those are
hot
good.
dog
Like
action. Little,
Super Bowl food.
and I do
All right.
like a good Super Bowl.
I like mini corn dogs more than
Sure.
I like pigs in the blanket.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah,
the
yeah.
same type of thing.
yeah.
Like a mini corn dog dipped in barbecue sauce.
13 apples.
What?
Apples, like an
Apple
apple. like-
slices, maybe apple slices and some caramel dip.
That's true.
Right.
Or that
That can
cream
be
cheese
fire.
Dip you get in the veg
Yeah.
in the
Or
refrigerator.
the what is the Marzetti makes that
Yeah,
fruit.
Oh,
dip.
the
Is that
fruit
what you're
dip.
talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, the fruit dip.
So good.
Look at us.
You know what they call it?
Together.
You know what they
We're
call
vibing
it?
here.
You know what they call it? Cream cheese dip.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Cream cheese dip is basically
It's
just your
basically
fruit
that.
dip. That's your
Yeah.
fruit dip.
stuff. I haven't had that in a while.
14 is
Good with the
meatballs.
pineapple.
I like.
I
meatballs.
love meatballs.
Right?
That's
Oh,
another
yeah.
Super
With
Bowl
the
food.
barbecue
What?
sauce and jelly or whatever.
Oh,
you
sure,
make.
yeah,
Or,
yeah, yeah. I
chili
make
sauce,
you
chili
guys
sauce.
you guys know I
Yeah.
make fantastic meatballs.
Sweaty.
Do you guys ever
Are
want
they
to?
sweaty balls?
No, I'll bring them to one of our events sometime.
Let's
like
do
I'll
it.
bring
He brings his balls, you bring your nuts, I'll bring my taco. We'll
there
have
it
a
is, and everybody will be happy. And she lost House District 63 prior to the primary. She didn't even have an
It's
opponent,
rumored
ladies
she
and
had a
gentlemen.
three-way
No
with-
opponent whatsoever.
Involved food somehow.
Hey, we all need a little humor.
They won't even know the reference.
Jason,
to taco. It doesn't
15
matter.
is
We're literally
biscuits.
sitting here eating nuts, though.
biscuits.
Watermelon. Watermelon,
Ooh, yeah.
pieces
Okay.
of watermelon
Yes.
come in at 17. Bruschetta at 18. 19 is stuffed potato skins.
Okay.
Not bad. Potato skins
No,
are good.
Potato skins are good.
And guacamole comes in at 20.
Yeah, I'm not a guacamole fan.
I'm not a guacamole person either, man.
It's a weird texture.
I don't.
I like guacamole in all form. I like avocados
but
too.
I do not like guacamole.
You know, there's a sandwich at Panera. It's like a chicken. What is that? It's a chipotle chicken melt, and it has a slice of
It's
avocado
where?
on it at Panera.
McAllister's has
And it's called the
like that too.
Chipotle chicken melt.
Yeah, it has it's got this chipotle sauce. It's delicious, and it's on. I think it's on a ciabatta bread, but
We're doing a really good job of selling this
hey,
sandwich.
you know what? And it has
For
an
a company
avocado
that hasn't
slice on
given
it.
us a single
It's really
dime
good.
yet.
You get that on a pick too with a salad or a soup if you want. You're in, man.
I feel like T-Rabs are definitely missing off that list.
You know what? That's a localized
I know
thing.
it's hyper local, but still.
but they are good.
One last
And they're
thing.
cheap. A big old bag at Sam's. Like
Moving
$6.
on from our ranker review, one of the last things we can talk about that is coming up shortly, ladies and gentlemen, and I am excited about it to an extent because I'm a sports guy.
Okay.
I like sports.
Oh, the Olympics?
The Olympics are coming up, Jason and Jenna.
I do
and
like the Summer Olympics better
I'm excited for breakdancing.
what I hate, that's
There's a
what I just
breakdancing
wanted to
one?
talk to you about.
First year, they're
Man,
doing
my
breakdancing.
uncle could have ruled this Olympics.
Break-
Bring it
He was a
turbo.
breakdancer in high school.
Break into electric boogaloo. I mean, we're gonna bring it in.
Jenna, breakdancing is now an Olympic sport, and 40% of Americans think that it's cool.
Okay.
But 31% don't agree with it, and 29% say they're not sure. How can you not be cool with breakdancing? Dudes out
Right?
there trying to make their body look weird? Like, how could you? Listen, worst case scenario, you're going to laugh.
Right?
You're going to laugh a lot.
My presentation would be sweet because I would do it to Midnight Stars Freakazoid, and I would be out there. I would be just ripping it. You know what? When we get off here, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna break this.
You have a piece
All
of
right.
cardboard to do it on.
I can find one.
All right.
Since we were talking about finger foods, the state of the fast food industry has been interesting recently, guys, with inflated prices and bizarre new items all the time popping up. And now the state of the fast food rankings, it's getting a little interesting. USA Today asked their readers to vote on their favorite fast food joints, and there is a surprising number one. Are you ready to guess what that number one fast food place is, according to readers of USA Today?
See, the thing is it could be national, so it could be
national, could be
it
anywhere.
Could be places. It could be like an In-N-Out. We don't have an In-N-Out, so we don't know how popular it is. I would say it's something that hasn't been.
We have talked about this place already on this show.
Oh, it's Panera?
Nope. It's Del Taco.
Oh.
There are 600
They left
locations
here.
in 18 states, but they're mostly focused in the western states plus Georgia and Florida. They used to be here.
Do they still have one on the Rock Road? Off of 70? You know how off of 70, that Rock Road splits like right off the highway, but if you go 270, Rock Road's like 1,000 miles long. There used to be a Del Taco on that split where you had the left and right, and there was a Del Taco right in the middle.
Didn't we used to have one on Highway K? Too?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
No.
It's where, that's a Walgreens now.
It's been so many
All right.
things.
Yeah. Del
Coming
Taco's
in
good stuff.
at number 2, who do you think it is?
Arby's.
Yeah, okay, that's a good shot.
do
What about
like
you?
Arby's.
What about you?
I'm a Lion's Choice girl, but
I hate Lion's Choice. I'm an Arby's person. Ugh.
Yeah, if I had to
That
roast beef
divides
or roast
it.
beef, I'm going Arby's.
I'm going to Arby's. Yeah, Lion's Choice divides the
medium
seas.
rare. It's perfect.
KFC comes in at number 2.
Okay.
Chick-fil-A comes in at number 3, which I
don't
thought
like
would have been
Chick-fil-A.
a number 1, honestly,
I'm not a
considering
Chick-fil-A
how
guy.
popular they are.
Like, it has nothing to do with their politics or their weirdness. I'm not.
Jason,
It's
you
good,
I
but
think
it's
they're a little
not so-
overrated.
you
right?
mentioned
Yeah.
In-N-Out Burger at 4.
Okay, but that's
5
a West
is
Coast thing.
Let me get
Yeah.
these out. 5 is Hardee's, 6 Captain D's, 7 Taco Bell, 8 Popeyes, 9 Zaxby's, and 10 Arby's.
A couple of those. we don't
That's
have.
right.
What's your
Classic
favorite?
brands
Real quick
like
before we get out of
McDonald's, Wendy's didn't even make the list, so that's pretty cool.
here? Before we get out of
Interesting.
here,
Yes, we're gonna
do,
take down the evil corporations.
What?
What's your favorite fast food place?
Fast food place, my favorite, probably Jack in the Box. If I had
How
to
about
choose
you?
a fast food place.
My lady.
I would probably go with Lion's Choice, although I have a habit of going to McDonald's quite frequently.
Yeah.
But if
It's probably location
It's
basis
close, yeah.
than anything
but
else.
no, if I had my druthers, it would be Lion's Choice.
Mine is, and we don't have any here, is Taco John's.
Zaxby's. Oh, Taco John's.
Taco John's.
Hey, listen, Taco
That's good
John's up by Columbia. Fantastic. First
good
time I
stuff.
ever had it. It's like a Del Taco, not the way that they present it. But their weird thing is
their
that they take
menus.
potato, like
the
tater
potato
tots.
olays, yeah.
Like tater
Those
tots.
rounds.
That's
It's
what
the-
their
it's the
side thing
It's
is.
the crispy crowns that you can get all right at. It's
All
basically
right.
those.
You got the little,
I've got
like,
one
burgers.
quick
good.
letter from a
Good.
listener. Let's see if you guys agree.
Are they mad at me?
I am a female, 24, and I just started
Yes.
seeing this guy, 26, Jason.
Oh, okay.
We have been on a few dates, and things have been solid. We started talking about newer cars, and he asked me during dinner about my credit score. Now we aren't together seriously at all, but I figured to be honest with him since things have been going well. Bad move. I was honest, and it led to arguing the rest of dinner about my financial wherewithal, and now he doesn't want to date me because of my credit score, and information scared him. Am I the bad person for this, or is he out of line?
I don't think either of you are bad people.
I think he was.
Oh, I don't think
he
it's a
was probably
bad
gonna-
person thing. I know you're asking that question,
He
but
was probably
yeah.
going to get a bunch of credit cards in our name and then skip.
Well, maybe, but at the same point, you're still dating. Let's say this isn't the first month of dating, okay? You're still dating. Maybe that conversation comes out. Maybe you did have a few good dates over the last month. You think things are going well. You decide to like impart this information, and it turns into this person has a certain way that they view it because of the way they were brought up and how they view money and this, that, and the other. And so before you know it, now a relationship that could have been something good is gone because somebody's just got an opinion.
Well,
It seems a weird way to
Then he
react.
did her a favor. I mean, either way, this is a win-win.
Yeah, it is kind of a win-win.
Yeah,
you know,
that's not what he was looking for. He's 26. Maybe he's looking to settle down. He wants a financially stable partner, and she's not there yet. Doesn't mean she's a bad person. That's okay. Better to get it out of the way now than take the hurt later.
yeah, I understand.
I'm pragmatic. I'm sorry.
I thought you were going to say pregnant. I was going to say congratulations.
Oh my God, my
I waited this long.
You guys go so loud when I pop into PC. I don't know why. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to get out of here on this episode of the QNow. We want to thank Lizz Callahan as well as Amanda Taylor for being our guests on this episode of the show. Thank you so much to Jenna Roberson for being on our show.
Thank you.
And Jason Colt, thank you so much for doing your job every week. Check us out at theqnow.com. Old episodes, new episodes, and everything in between. And we're still working on great things for you guys here on KYRO, so stay tuned. We will be back with the QNow on the next show.